Hello everyone, just another quick tutorial on another one of Microsoft's underutilized tools, and that is Microsoft Bookings. Microsoft Bookings is included within the Microsoft 365 subscription for businesses at no additional cost. Unfortunately, if you have a personal account, you won't be able to use Microsoft Bookings, but hopefully that will change in the near future. So where to locate Microsoft Bookings? First of all, it's within the 365 homepage. Just search for Bookings within the search bar and it'll pop up. Before we go through the demo, one of the things that I want to explain is I've noticed that a couple of my clients and a couple of businesses that I'm in negotiations with and hopefully will be working with in the near future is they are paying third parties for these booking pages, and a lot of these businesses already have a 365 subscription. So a lot of businesses out there don't realize that there is a tool that Microsoft have created that you can use to promote your services on your, whether it be on your website or on your socials, and again at no additional cost. So in terms of the booking page itself, you'll notice there's two sections when you first click into it. You have a personal booking page and a shared booking page. Best way to describe the difference is if we start with personal. That's more suited to individuals who do not collaborate with team members. So that could be a personal trainer, it could be a driving instructor, it could be a consultant, it could be a freelancer, it could be a physical therapist. It's basically individuals who just work on them by themselves and do not collaborate with team members. Whereas the shared booking pages, which is we're going to go through in an example, that's the opposite. That's perfect for organizations that have multiple team members that want to collaborate with each other. So if we click into the shared page that I have created at Fine Tuning Analysis, you'll see that there is some options on the left hand side. We'll go through a couple of these in a bit, but the best place to start is the services section. So every business will have one, or maybe in some cases multiple services. We at Fine Tuning Analysis primarily implement Power BI, but what we also do is we help businesses with other really convenient tools that Microsoft have built that are part of the Power Platform, and they are Power Virtual Agent, Power Apps, and Power Automate. And you'll start to see some videos come on our YouTube of demos where we help clients with all of these tools, and also on our website, so keep an eye out for that. But essentially this section is where you would add a service. So another example could be a credit union. You would have one service for new members joining, and you would have a separate service for applications for a loan. So in terms of adding a service, I'll just add one again in here for Power Automate, even though I have one. So you just put in the title of the service. So I would put in here a Power Automate consultation. So if a client is interested in me creating a Power Automate flow for them, they can book a time with me within this service. So you put in the description, your location, whether it be online or in person, the duration. Buffer time is just if you want a little bit of time before or after meetings, you would just put in that there. If you want a price in here, we at Fine Tuning Analysis do not charge a price for consultation, so we wouldn't be putting that in. But obviously if you're providing an actual service to a customer, then you would more than likely be putting a price in here. If we go back up to the top, you have some availability options. So time increments speaks for itself. Minimum lead time is how soon can someone book a meeting or a service with you. So again, totally customizable. And then maximum lead time is the opposite. How far in advance can someone book a time slot with you or with your team members? Availability with your staff members is pretty cool. You have a bookable time here that is customizable. So what this does is, let's say you have some staff members that maybe want to be in certain meetings in the morning with whether it be customers or whether it be clients. You can go in here and you can say, okay, for this service, we're only going to be providing services in the morning. So you would go in here and you would adjust this then to 8 a.m. until, let's say, 11:30 a.m. So when a customer goes to that day and wants to book a time slot with your team members or with yourself, they're only going to see that time from 8 until 11:30. And if you are available within that time, or if your team members are, then they will be able to book a time with you. So if we go back up here, we also have the assign staff option, which is really, really helpful. So where this is really convenient is if you have or two services and certain staff members only can help on one or of the other services, you can apply multiple staff members to one and multiple staff members to the other. So really, really convenient that you can do that in here. You have some custom fields here where you want the customer to fill out. So the usual ones would be the email and the phone number. You wouldn't really need to require an address and notes. You have some notification options in here as well, so totally customizable. You can send reminders to the customer one day before the meeting or the consultation, and you can also send an automatic follow-up. Again, if you don't want this, you can turn it off, or you can customize the message as well. So if I just save these changes, you'll see that service pop up. And then just to go through this little ellipsis on the side, you have your booking page, which we'll look at in a second. You have your customers, so that's the list of all of your customers that book services or consultations with your business. You have a list of your staff. Services we just went through. Business information is just essentially your opening hours and whatnot. So if we just look at the actual booking page, before we actually open it, one thing I want to mention is you have the option here to send it via a link, via an email, and also post it or embed it on a website or on socials. So it's pretty flexible in how you can share this booking page. So if we actually click into it, this is how it looks. So it looks pretty professional. So you can click which service the customer wants. You would click also the staff member if there's multiple staff members, and the date and the time. The customer then fills out their details and you're good to go. So really convenient, really easy, really professional looking, and just takes the headaches out of trying to figure out when everyone is free, where this syncs with everyone's calendar, and then the meeting would obviously show up in Outlook whenever it's booked. So just wanted to run through a quick demo and just show the capabilities of Microsoft Bookings.